everyone, it is Cyberburst and welcome back to another episode of Boom Beach. This episode is all about practice makes perfect. I think it's a pretty interesting topic to talk about, and what I mean by practice makes perfect is if one attack doesn't work, there's always ways to still take out the base, even though it seems hopeless. So I have a couple of really interesting defensive logs that happened last night. As a matter of fact, I actually took down... I actually defended 4 times, and in every single attack I managed to get some diamonds here. So I managed to get 7, I managed to get 10 in total right now, plus 7 is 17, plus 7 is 24, plus 6 is 30, plus 5 is 35. I gotta say, that's not even too shabby, that's actually really awesome. 35 diamonds in one night of defending. And that's awesome. I think anybody would like to see something like that, but you guys also want to be taking down bases. So whenever I saw this, I looked at the names, and yeah, Karak attacking me, Higgy attacking me, Chinese guy, and Higgy again. And then Higgy and the Chinese guy actually managed to take me down. So I kind of want to focus on these guys, because these guys really show different ways of attacking the base and actually successfully getting to the takedown. And I think that is actually really interesting. And I'm really curious to know if you guys got any similar situations. Make sure to let me know in the comment section down below, so we can start up a discussion or something like that. One thing that's really funny that I want to let you guys know, Hammerman's fleet is over here right now. I'm recording this video first, but it will be coming out after Hammerman. You guys will already see Hammerman in the description box. I'll leave a link to that video in the video description down below. But first things first, let's focus on this one right now. So Croc, he didn't do anything. He tried attacking, he failed, and he stopped attacking. So that's kind of unfortunate. Maybe we're going to be seeing him back. Maybe he's going to refresh me. So let's move on to Higgy first. So what you need to know about both guys is that they didn't boost up anything. They didn't boost up anything. These are their statues, and that's what they have. Or maybe the Chinese guy has some gunboat energy boost, or he's just highly offensive. I think he's highly offensive, but I'm not sure. But he didn't boost up anything from what you're seeing. He didn't get more percentage, let me put it that way. So Higgy is using the smoky hookah attack strategy. Let's go to the first battle, see what he's going to be doing. So he's starting off by dropping a barrage onto the mortar, which is pretty interesting, but that kind of makes sense. If you want to be attacking from the right side over here, you want to be sure that the mortar is not going to be in the way. So he's dropping some artilleries here and there, taking out the flamethrower. Then from there on out, he drops all of the heavies, and then he goes to the cannon. I'm really curious to know how this one's going to be. Okay, takes out both cannons, goes to the rocket launcher, and there's where he gets a ton of damage by rocket launcher and laser beam. So that's where he figured out, you know, that's not really gonna be working out. I need to find a different attack strategy for this one. So that was 5 hours ago and 24 minutes. Then the next one was 1.5 hours, about 1 hour and 50 minutes later. I think he rewatched it or something like that, and he goes with a different attack strategy for this one. Again, drops the barrage onto the mortar. Then takes out the flamethrower, and he doesn't take out the sniper tower. Then he drops 1 boat of heavies, and then drops the rest. So that way the heavies already can soak up the damage, it can go to the boom mine. And this time around he actually drops the flare right behind the iron storage. So the units are going to be walking. Now these Zukas are in some sort of a pinch situation, because look at this, they're not really walking properly. The smoke was kind of like off there. But still, quite a few Zukas managed to make their way up there. Some of them even get hit by a mine, but it's, you know, it's no problem there whatsoever, because they're not dead. One heavy is walking really strange and gets punished because of it. And then he makes his way up to the headquarters, which is nice smoking. Even though I say so myself, it's nice smoking. I think he did a great job there, despite the Zukas being lost there. Drops the flare onto the headquarters and makes his way up there. And he's kind of in a struggle right now, because, well, as you guys can see, he's not really in the best condition to be right now. He only took about 50%. And then to say that the next attack is actually taking on this base is actually pretty incredible. So it takes down the base about halfway, a little bit more. And then he actually raids my base right around here. 30 minutes later he was like, I'm determined to take down Reversal's base. Let's see how he did, because he actually managed to take me down. I'm really curious what is different from this attack than the last one. Drops the artilleries there immediately. Okay. Is he going for the mortar? Speeding up. No, he's not. Okay, so he's not going for the mortar. He decided that the mortar is not really that big of a threat. Okay, this time around he goes for the flare between, like, just before the quarry and the weapon lab. That's a really interesting flare. How are these Zookas doing? They are doing just fine. Nice. That is some really awesome smoking right there. So, drops the flare just behind the boom cannon this time around. That way they're kind of in a straight line. That's very important when you're using the smoky hookah attack strategy. You want everything basically in a straight line. Otherwise, you know, they're gonna be walking weird and strangely, and that's something that you just don't want. He drops the flare once again. Flare is about to run out, but he makes it in time, and he drops the flare once again to rearrange the units, it seems like, and then drops the flare onto the headquarters, drops the shock onto the mortar, drops the shock onto... oh no, he doesn't. So he drops the medkit, and I think I saw some critters as well, but as you guys can see, this is actually a really great example of how to actually take down a base that is boosted up with smoky hookah attack strategy. You saw 3 different types of attacks. And that's really a matter of practice makes perfect. So really great on you, Higgy. Nice attacks. Let's move on to the Chinese guy. And luckily for us, he actually used a different attack strategy. He used only warriors and also took down my base. So let's take a look at the first attack that this guy was doing. So what is he going to be taking down? Drops an artillery right in between the machine. Oh, he's taking care of the mines. Okay, interesting. Takes care of the mines on the other side as well. Is he going to be dropping anything else at all? I don't think he is. No, he's not. Okay, make your move, buddy. Getting some critters on those mines, that is actually a really nice tactic. That's something that I'm seeing way more often lately, and I actually do like it. Okay, making his way up to the armory, and look at his smokes. They're perfect. The smoking is really good with this guy. I'm really curious to know how this one's gonna be going, how close he's gonna be. So, makes his way up to the flamethrower. The warriors aren't walking strange at all. I'm actually learning how to take down my own base when it's boosted up. That's incredible. Okay, making his way up to the headquarters right now. He's not going for the shock launcher. It really depends on the type of base, whether I personally go for the shock launcher or if I go just straight for the headquarters. So he drops the shocks here on the left and the right side. And look at how he's going to be taking down my base. He's trying to take me down. It doesn't really go all that well. He's only at 50% of the base. And he's kind of getting pulverized here. About 60%, 65% damage onto the headquarters. And then he gets wiped out. So he has a lot to do before he's actually able to take down my base. Let's see how he took me out this time around. I'm really curious about this one. So, goes for the barrage this time. Onto the machine gun. He's kind of hitting the flamethrower as well. Takes out the machine gun. I think he's also going to be taking out the flamethrower. That's going to be a massive hit on my defense. That's really great for him. Takes it out. Alright. And then from there on out, what are you going to be doing? You're going to be dropping the units now. Oh no, he actually took care of the mines over there as well. And then are you going to be dropping the units? Are you going to be doing it? Alright. This time around, no critters, and instead of going to the armory, he goes straight to the residence over there. That is interesting. And he actually leaves these little tiny spots in between the smokes. That way he's actually able to make his way up there. Drops the medkit. Oh, what am I doing? Sorry about that. Okay, once again, he's at the residence. Sorry about that, I just accidentally tapped back on the map. He drops the medkit, goes to the cannon this time around. And then he's going to be going to the headquarters. He's dropping his smokes a little bit more to the left side, so that way he can make it in one go. So he actually drops the smoke a little bit late. The units got a little bit of damage, but you know, that's alright. Drops the medkit. The medkit placement could be a little bit better. The units at the outside don't really get healed up. So he shocks the things, and he actually has some energy left for some critter action. And then he proceeds on taking down my base. So in conclusion, some very nice attacks on the base. Once again, it's a matter of practice makes perfect. You know, in Boom Beach, in the beginning, you're a noob. And if you get better into attacking, eventually you'll be able to take down bases. So it's really awesome to see different types of approaches on base attacks. And if you guys like episodes like these, make sure to let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll be sure to bring some more to the table. That being said, we're going to be wrapping this video off here. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. As always, make sure that if you guys like this video too, boom, give it a thumbs up. And that being said, this has been Reverse for Boom Beach. I'm gonna be signing off, and I'll see you guys in the next one.